Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's broadcast. I'm Honor Janetsky, and this week we are going to be talking about stopping the burnout cycle, actually eliminating the burnout cycle. So if you're a mom and you're wondering, how do I stop reacting to everything my kids do? How do I remain calm when they are not? How do I get them to calm down? How do I not get to a point where I am so fried by doing all the emotions of motherhood that I just feel empty? I feel sometimes even hopeless about changing it, really stuck. This is the burnout cycle. You're going to learn about this today, about a huge mistake that a lot of empath moms make, how to not make that mistake, and what to do instead. So please come in and join me and say hello. Click the like button when you come on so I know you're watching, and tell me where you're watching from today. I am coming from Idaho, where I live with my family. I have two girls, and my husband and I've been together for decades, and I just love summer and the presence of summer. And I'm transitioning out of that here and heading into the school year. My second kiddo just started at her school yesterday, this week. So you guys may be somewhere in that. I know Coach Laney, who's on my team with me, her kids, she still has 1 month of summer left. So some of you aren't starting back until early September, but wherever you are in your process, you either now understand what burnout is like, or you have had moments where you just know it's so damaging to your mental health and your relationship with your kids too. So I'm going to help you with that today. Please tell me where you're watching from and how many kids you have as well when you check in the comments below, so I know a little bit about you too. So let's just start with, what does burnout look like, you guys? What does burnout look like in motherhood, specifically for empath moms, if you're highly sensitive or you're a big feeler or you're an empath? So it looks like boiling over when your kids won't listen, when they are driving you up the wall with their ignoring you or avoidance, or yeah, not doing the thing you've asked. And this happens a lot around summer when you have more time together. Another thing that burnout looks like is you're just kind of constantly joining your kids in their frustration. So they're frustrated, and then you get frustrated with them, and you match their energy, and then you snap at them or fire off threats or whatever, and or taking away things. And why do we do this? Why do these things happen? Why do you do that? Some of us, this doesn't happen for everyone. This doesn't happen for everyone, for all moms, that they join with the energy of their kids, or they match their energy, or they take on their feelings for them. It doesn't happen to everyone. This is a trait that empaths have, that highly sensitive moms have, that causes a lot of unnecessary suffering. Okay. It's not helping you to fall into these traps. So these things happen. Burnout happens because you're taking on the emotions from your kids, or you're joining them in it, which leads to overreacting, reacting to them, and overreacting. Okay, you with me so far? Say yes if you're with me so far. Are these things that happen to you? Do you sometimes match the energy of your kids or try to one up them, or you notice you're taking on their stress, taking on their worry? And then we snap or we overreact because it's more than we can handle. It's more than what's yours. Do you get that? So this is the empath thing. When you take on the emotions of your kids or your partner, the stress of your partner, and you try to solve those problems for them because you know you're Wonder Woman and you know you can and you could, but actually you don't have the bandwidth for this. You don't have the bandwidth for 4 people. You have the bandwidth for 1, for you. What happens is we forget ourselves and we try to do them, because a part of you really wants to heal people. A part of you really wants them to be okay. A part of you really wants to make it okay for them. And that's how life is as an empath, but it doesn't work to give you emotional stability, and it doesn't work to give them emotional stability either. Okay, a big mistake that people make who are burned out, that moms who are totally fried and burned out have been making, is trying to control all of the pieces, all of the elements of life, home, motherhood, logistics, and emotions of their kids, behaviors of their kids, and trying to make it okay, trying to control those pieces for everyone's benefit. So everyone's okay. So we can avoid big messes, avoid big blow-ups, avoid people getting upset. You can hear, just if you tune into yourself right now, you can hear how much work that is for you. So take a moment and just like let yourself tune into that and appreciate that. That's a lot of work. If you're doing that, you know it is exhausting and thankless work. Why? Because you cannot actually do for others in that way. You can straighten their shoes by the front door. You can make people breakfast. You can help them organize their clothes in their dresser. I mean, like these are some of the things that that I've done as a mom to help give my kids a sense of peace, help them tidy their room so their room is a safe place, so that they feel safe and relaxed there, so that they know what that feeling is like. However, I cannot create the feeling for my girls. We can't do that. And I know it's so frustrating. I know it is. Look, it's so frustrating for me too, as an empath, to not be able to like infuse that well-being and okayness in others to resolve their problems for them. But I have learned as I've come into my wisdom in my 50s as a mom, that I actually don't want to do that. You don't want to do this. It took me a long time to figure out why this backfires. Okay, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. But I know it's so frustrating that when you're using this kind of parenting approach, because it feels intrinsic to you, it will actually hurt your relationship to try to like take on the emotions of others, because it will prevent the trust building with your child that you are 100% going to need to be there when they hit adolescence. If you don't have a deep trust that says, I am handling my emotions and I'm in control of me, and I am going to help you to learn to be in control of you. Those are the foundational pieces of trust. Then when they hit adolescence and there's this kind of sort of topsy-turvy system of them being dependent on you to take care of them emotionally, to handle their emotions for them, to resolve their problems for them, they're not going to know how to fly on their own. Okay, so let's talk about the makings of real trust, real cooperation. As an empath, as a deep feeling parent, you need to create a relationship with your child that is a two-way street. Okay. If you're always doing like taking on emotions for them and then snapping at them, and you're kind of up in their energy like that, that's not a give and take. It's not a two-way street. That's what leads to burnout. Okay, let me take a pause there. Is this making sense? And what questions do you have so far? And just jump in, chime in, use the space. This is why we're here. I don't want this to be a one-way street either. I want this to be a two-way street. So let me see if I can drop a comment here, then it will let me see comments. It's not letting me. Oh, really love for these. We used to have a really nice ongoing conversation on Facebook Lives, and then Facebook's getting picky about this. It doesn't let me shoot. Okay, if you guys can click the like button for me, it might activate it. Click the like button when you come on. Give me some hearts. Let's see if that jump starts it. Okay. All right, and so while that's happening, you know, you want to build a relationship with your child that's a two-way street, so that you don't burn out, so that they become a successful young adult and can launch from you while maintaining a good relationship with you, because you want to be connected to them through their rocky years, through their launching. You want to be the first phone call when they're in trouble or they're scared, when they're in a dangerous situation. You need that trust to be there for them to feel safe to turn to you. Okay. I know we know this. I know I'm not telling you anything new that you don't know, But I want this to be top of mind for you because more than anything, I want for you to have an amazing relationship with your child. It's a gift. It's something that I have with my kids. It's something I help all of my clients to have through Awakened Motherhood. And I want you to have it too. I want you to feel 100% certain that your child will tell you if something's going on, that your child feels safe emotionally with you, that they know that you will never judge them for anything that they've done, any mistake that they've made, that they have that kind of trust and safety with you. If I create nothing else on this planet, just let that be my legacy. I really want you guys to get this. So ask all the questions that you want to ask. Book a call on my calendar with me if you need a consult about it. If you need to know what your next steps are, you're ready to work on it, but you don't know how, just get on my calendar. I am here for you with this. That call is totally free. If you want cooperation, you need to get your child to want to listen to you. This is the cornerstone of having a really beautiful bond, connection, and relationship that lasts through the years, that lasts the times. A child is only going to listen to you. Your child is only going to listen to you for one of two reasons. There are a lot of other reasons, but they boil down to these two. So I'm just going to tell you the two to save time. The first reason that they will listen to you is because, number one, they are afraid of what will happen if they don't. They were afraid of what happens, of the consequence that you'll give them if they aren't listening to you. So this is a fear-based parenting approach. Some of you may have been raised on this. You better listen or else, okay? That's the first reason. They feel intimidated, they feel scared, they feel worried about upsetting you. So a highly sensitive child, it will not look like they're afraid of being punished. It will look like, are you happy, mommy? Are you mad at me, mommy? Are you mad at me, mommy? When they're little, you may have a kid who says this kind of thing to you. I'm scared I'm going to disappoint you. If you're a perfectionist, you probably have a highly sensitive kiddo who's doing this to you right now. That's reason number one. Number two is your child senses that you value them and that you care about them and you care about what's best for them. They sense that what you're telling them is what's best for them. They may not understand why. They may not see the big picture, and it won't matter because they feel and they sense that from a place of respect for them that you have for them, you value them, you care about them. You don't just love and take care of them, but you care about how they're feeling. And they sense that what you're telling them is good for them. So they want to listen. That comes from self-preservation. It is a survival instinct, and all kids have it. So this may be the first time you thought of this. This may be the first time anyone ever spelled this out for you. My work is really unique in this way. I don't just give blanket parenting interventions. I don't teach my clients strategies that are kind of flat and one-dimensional. Everything is dynamic because your relationship is dynamic. You're unique. Your child is unique. Everything needs to be constructed and customized for you and your child based on your temperament and many other factors. But this thing you can take home and put into practice on your own, this idea, my kid is listening to me for one of two reasons, or tuning me out for one of two reasons. And it's this: number one, they're scared of what's going to happen to them if they don't listen. Or number two, they do sense that what you're telling them is for their benefit because you care, not because you want to control them, not because you're getting something out of it. Okay? Questions about that? So this kind of connection does not happen by accident. Moms who accomplish this, moms who have this kind of relationship with their children, and I see it all the time. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of women to learn this system through Awakened Motherhood, and people get it within a couple months. And moms who accomplish this are intentional, and they have a system that helps them maintain control of, what do you think? Not their kids, themselves. If you have a system that helps you maintain control of yourself, then this kind of relationship is possible with your child. And it is beautiful, and it is high frequency, and it is trusting and loving and selfless and generous and all of those things. And the result of these things is more teamwork, more cooperation, more respect, mutual respect, and understanding. And then your kids do the thing that you ask because they care about how you feel. You have to work to get it. It's just a natural result. It is not impossible. And I've spoken to like 3 moms this week already who are severely burnt out, feeling really unsteady. One who's gone to inpatient treatment, another whose child has gone to inpatient treatment. These are everyday examples in my world in this role as therapist and coach. And I know it's a real possibility for anyone who doesn't have a system that works to give them the kind of stability that you need to not go into burnout. It is not impossible, though, you guys, to feel steady and stable and in charge of your mood and how you parent your kiddo. And I can say again, because we teach it in Awaken Motherhood, we teach the system and help our clients dial it into near perfection. And the outcome is the same in every family. The outcome is the same. I'll give you a little example from a call this week, just to inspire you and show you what is possible. A mom of a 13-year-old girl who, this kiddo is highly sensitive, so is mom. And mom's very gentle and empathic and sensitive, and her kiddo is a powerhouse of emotion. She's sensitive, but she's reactive. She has big feelings. She has loud behaviors. She's been swinging, her kind of, I call it the pendulum swing. Her pendulum has been swinging from, high highs to low lows, and a lot more in the low lows as she hit adolescence, which is what happens for girls: depression, anxiety, acting out, picking fights with her siblings. And this kiddo has been through inpatient treatment twice, is on prescription medication for depression and other things. And mom came to me to help save her daughter. There's no other way to say it. She is really afraid and had good reason to be afraid of her daughter hurting herself or getting onto a path that, the point of no return. And she came to save her daughter and to save their relationship. And she felt that she couldn't reach her in the way that she needed to. And her daughter was definitely holding her at arm's length, working very hard to do that, and felt very victimized and misunderstood. And if you have a child like this, you know how absolutely painful it is and how intense the worry is about, are they going to be okay? And feeling out of control to know how to help them, powerless to help them, right? This is why this mama came to me. And in implementing our system step by step over the last several months of coaching her, changing her patterns with her daughter. And this is a key piece. And I'll go into this in the upcoming workshop if you want to know more about this. She changed her patterns. We changed her patterns in how she related to her daughter, how she connects with her daughter, how she speaks to her, how she handles her daughter's emotions, how she doesn't pick them up and take them on. Okay. So it's a process I teach and that she learned to implement and follow. It's really easy the way we do it. Yesterday she came on a call after celebrating for several months how much better she's been feeling. Mom has been feeling lighter, more stable, more grateful, more balanced, more able to handle her daughter's ups and downs. We started digging into her daughter's behaviors more because you have to be in a good place to be able to shift a child. That's common sense, right? You can't be up and down and then help your child to like stabilize. You have to be stable first. So yesterday she came on a call and celebrated that her daughter is not walking around angry anymore. So the best way I can describe it is she's softened back. She's softened to me. So mom had softened to her. She's softened back to me, and she's not walking around angry anymore. And the family consequently is not needing to walk on eggshells around this kiddo, this 13-year-old anymore. And that was just a few months ago that everyone was like on edge. The home was not a calm place. It was not a safe place. And this is a direct result of having a concrete trust building system. They are closer, this mom and daughter, than they've been in years since she was really small. And that will continue to grow because now they have a different kind of connection. The truth is, you guys, nothing changes until you have decided that it will. Nothing changes until you've decided that it's going to change and you decide to do something about it. You decide to do something different, something that you haven't done before. Nothing can change if nothing changes, right? Definition of insanity. Doing the same thing the same way and expecting to get a different result. That's what we do in trauma mode. That's what we do in survival mode. We just keep going, head down, push through. I know it will get better. I know it will change. I know my kid will outgrow this stage, this phase. What if it's not a stage? What if it's not a phase? So you have to do something different if you want a different result. And the sooner, the absolute better. Your kiddo hits 13, and that window closes pretty quickly with certain kids. You want to get in there as soon as you can. And if 0 to 8, if you still have that opportunity, is the best time, the best time for you to get out of survival mode and learn a system that's going to give you this amazing trust building connection. So I have the perfect opportunity and way for you guys to do that. If you want to know more, if this has resonated for you, if you've heard yourself in any of the things that I've described today, then this opportunity is for you. I'm running a free workshop. It's 5 sessions to make a very real shift within yourself, to be more in control of your mood, to know how to work with your empath nature, to not take on your child's emotions or partner, and to get your child to listen, to really want to listen to you. So come and join me for that one. I'm gonna drop the link underneath this video, and still not letting me. As soon as we wrap, I'm gonna drop the link just now under the video, and you guys just click to open and put your email in to register. If you want to put your phone number in, that adds a layer of convenience, and then we text. I won't blow up your phone or your inbox with this. You're going to get a confirmation, and then you're going to get like a day before email, or text that says click here to join on the day of, click here to join. So pretty straightforward and simple. 5 sessions to have a real shift. This is your chance for me to be your coach, to be in the room with my 20+ years of expertise, to get my help and support and get your questions answered. Okay. It's an intimate experience, nothing to be afraid of here. There's nothing scary. We're going to get on Zoom together. And it's a place for you to feel understood, seen, and heard alongside other moms who, like you, know exactly what it feels like to be in these kind of really intense situations where burnout is always a potential reality. And when you're an empath, that is just the case. So come and learn with me the system that has helped hundreds and hundreds of other mothers eliminate burnout for their empath and sensitive selves. And I'd love to help you too. Okay, you guys, I'll drop the link. Look in comments. You can scroll down, click it. Please invite your friends, forward the link. They're all welcome. Anybody can register and come who's a mom. And bring them with you as an accountability buddy for the workshop. We start next week on Monday, the 18th, and there will be replays available. So you will not miss anything if you are unable to watch because you're in your work day. It's absolutely fine. Okay, you guys, come and join me. I can't wait to work with you. Leave me your comments. Tell me what was helpful here, and I will see you next week starting Monday.